and this is for the practice, isotope practice. This first number 1 is pretty much pretty easy here. To find the element, you look at the symbol, and since I talked about it up on the board, we know that symbol is what element? I mean, C is for what element?
Carbon.
Carbon. So that is all you're doing here. Based on what I wrote up on the board, what is the number 6 referring to?
Math?
I'm not on that one.
Is that math?
Well, look up on the board where I wrote it.
Chemical thing.
It is the,
Math number?
no, not mass number,
Atomic number.
atomic number.
Okay, Captain knows something.
Okay, well then.
All right. Numbers 12, 13, and 14 in each of these is referring to what number?
Oh, the math.
The mass. So you should be typing these in.
Where is that at? Because I'm on atomic structure.
We're on the atomic practice.
Okay.
How many protons and neutrons are in the first isotope? So this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. So protons, I'm going to put a P plus. I'm going to say equals. Protons always equal the atomic number. So what are the protons?
12.
What's the bottom number?
6.
6. Neutrons is always the top number minus the bottom number. So 12 minus 6 is 6.
Is that PT equals 6?
It's P plus. You can just put a P if you want. Protons and neutrons for the second one. Well,
Where is that at?
the bottom number is still what? 6. So protons are still 6. No, we're on the practice, which is the third item in the module list.
That's a head puzzle. Can you find it for me?
It's go to today's date, and it has a number 3 by it.
Today's the 28th.
Go all the way down. The 28th,
Practice.
right there. All right, so look at number 2. The top number is 13. So to get neutrons, I'm going to subtract the top number from the bottom number. How many neutrons does this one have? 7. I think I did my math wrong up there on the board. Nobody caught me.
Where?
When I said 14 minus 6, I said 7. It should have been 8. All right, protons here, or number 3, it says protons. We still have a 6 at the bottom. And neutrons, I'm going to take top. You don't have to write the part I'm writing here, 14 minus 6, but I just want you to see where I'm getting this number. This should be 8. So the only difference between these 3 carbon atoms are the number of neutrons. Protons are like your like an atom social security number. It tells you what the element is. It cannot change. If it changes, it's a new element. Neutrons can be different, and that's where we get isotopes. All right, so I'm going to do one column or one row in chart number 2, and I'm going to do 1 or 2 rows in chart number 3. So all you're doing here is you're using this information here, and you're pulling out the atomic number, the mass number, the number of protons, number of neutrons, number of electrons. For the work we're doing right now, protons, atomic number, and electrons will all be the same number.
That's pretty cool.
Okay? So once you get the atomic number, you can automatically fill in this column and this column. Okay? So remember, atomic number is going to be the bottom number. So I'm gonna put 92 under atomic number.
Going too fast.
I'm gonna put atomic number under number of protons. I'm gonna put atomic number under number of electrons.
What?
14.
Hey, don't, isn't it where they shoot shoot like,
So is the mass number and neutrons the same?
No.
No,
Or the, I'm talking about, never mind. The neutron is, the mass.
all right,
You gotta subtract to get the neutron.
mass number is this number, the top number. And neutrons is mass number. And it doesn't matter if you use atomic number or protons. I'm just gonna put minus protons here. So I'm gonna subtract those, and I'll pass out calculators in a minute. And 235 minus 92, and you get 143. So that's how you're gonna do these right here. And in case you didn't know what U was, it's uranium. And B is for boron. So that's how you're going to complete this chart. Now the bottom one here, I'm going to do the I'm going to do this column here or this row and this row. I'm gonna do these two rows with you. This is where the periodic table will come in handy, so if you have it open in another tab, you can flip over to it, or I'll get you a printed copy in just a minute. So I'm gonna find TI. TI is actually, get it bigger up here, titanium. So I'm gonna write its name right here. All right, there's its symbol already given to you. Atomic number is, in the periodic table we're using, is the top number, which is 22.
What in the world?
Number of electrons is 22. If I didn't have my periodic table, I could have gotten it from the number of electrons, because remember this column is going to be the same. They give me the mass number, and if you will look on the periodic table, it has 47.8. So we know that this mass is going to be of an isotope of what's on the periodic table. So to get number of electrons, remember I'm going to take mass number minus protons. So I'm going to say 50 minus 22, and that gives me 28. Then they want me to write it in isotope notation. Now,
probably something.
all right, I'll have to show you how to do this. There is a key, when you get your text box, there is a button that looks like this. And there is a button that looks like this. This button will give you the lower number, and you don't have to write the lower number, so you can just write the top number. So you're going to use this button to get the number for the mass, to get it up high. You'll click on that, type 50, click on this to turn it off, and then you'll put in the symbol next, a capital T and a lowercase I. I can come around and help you do that if you have trouble typing it. And we'll do that in a minute. All right, this next one, notice I'm not given anything other than the symbol over here. So from the symbol, I know that 88 is my atomic number. I know that RA is my symbol. I know that 226 is my mass number. So I can take 226 minus 88. I can get my neutrons, which is 138. I can know that my electrons will be the same as my atomic number. So now that I have the atomic number, I'm going to look on my periodic table for number 88. And 88 is radium. And so that is how you're going to do these. So I may need to come show you how to get the superscript for this. You don't have to do the bottom number. So remember, up on the board, you can put the atomic number, but it never changes, so the mass number at the top is fine. So you have these two charts to finish filling in. When you have finished this, if there's time left and through lunch, you can work on anything that's missing.